Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So my name is Jacqueline, but I will probably go as Jackie. I don't know yet, I haven't chosen it. But yeah, this is my very first video ever and I'm going to do it on my everyday look. I have this look that have been requested for a long time. So I'm going to do it because yeah, my main requested video. And I do want to give a little info about what my channel will be about. And it's basically going to be a little bit more on drugstore makeup versus high-end makeup. Just because I do know that a lot of girls don't have the budget to go out and buy high-end makeup. So I thought it would be nice to show girls how to use it or looks they can do with drugstore makeup. Because you don't need high-end products to look good or do a really good look. So that's what I'm going to mainly be focusing about. So if you guys have any comments, just down below, hit the like button and subscribe. And hope you guys enjoy. Bye. Okay guys, so to start off, I'm going to moisturize my face using the L'Oreal Active Daily Moisturizer. You do want a good moisturizer just because you do want a nice moisture for your face when you're doing makeup and before you put on your primer. So I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever High Definition Primer. And I do recommend a good primer just because when you do apply foundation, you don't want it to be too cakey, and a primer does help avoid that. I'm going to be using my two shades of the Creamy Vanilla and the Natural in the shades of Milani Conceal and Perfect, because the Creamy Vanilla is too yellow and I really don't like that, and the shade Natural is a little too dark. And I really do love the way Milani is. It has nice full coverage, so I love using these foundations. Then I'm going to be using my beauty blender because I have not been able to find a brush so far that can blend foundation like I would like it to. So if you guys have any suggestions on a brush, please let me know. Just comment below. Like any of your guys' favorite brushes, I would love to know because I am in the search of a new brush to blend my foundation. And you just want to blend that all over your face. Get it even under a little bit under your neck, just because you do want that nice blend, so you can't really see like neck and face. You want a nice blend. Then I'm going to be using the Age Rewind eraser from Maybelline New York. I just apply that under my eyes, on the chin, and above my eye, above my forehead, just because those are, to me, like the highlight points where like everyone like looks at a little bit more, like your eyes. So you do want to conceal your eyes really good. Up next, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Perfecting Loose powder, and I really like this powder because I feel like it picks up the oiliness from the Milani foundation, just because the Milani foundation is a little bit oily and I do not like that. And then I'm going to be going along with my number 2 brush from the BH Cosmetics, and I do love this brush because it does pick up product really, really good. Up next, I'm going to be going with the Nudes palette from Maybelline New York, and I'm going to be using the second to last shade in the inner crease of my eye, and I'm going to be blending that with the number 9 brush from the BH Cosmetics. And I do love these brushes because they are so good for blending. So if anyone out there is interested in any affordable brushes, I really do recommend these for like anyone who's starting off. So yes, I really do highly recommend these brushes. And then I'm going to be using the same brush, and I'm going to be using the second shade on the bottom row, just on the outer corner to the inner corner of my eye, just to give it a little bit more of a definition in my eye. You just want to go ahead and blend that in nice and smoothly. And then I am going to go also with that nice creamy gray color, like that nice shimmery color in the lids of my eyes, just to give it a little bit of a shimmer to it. But then I do also go back with my brush and conceal it a little bit, just with that nice creamy color right there, the third shade. As you guys can tell, that's my most used shade in this palette. Just because I do like my look to be a little bit soft. I don't like it too dramatic for an everyday look. And then I just like to buff out a little edges with my finger. And then I'm also going to be using the gold shimmery shade in the palette. And I'm going to be using my fingers because I feel like my fingers pick up more product than a brush would. And I can apply it a little bit better than a brush would. So you just want to go ahead and blend that in. And then I'm going to be going back with my brush number 11. And I'm going to be using the nice white champagne color on the end. I'm going to apply that on the inner corners of my eyes just to open up my eyes a little bit. But before I do that, I'm going to use my angled brush to number 10 just to give my eyes a little bit more of like how do I say it? I don't really know how to explain it, but I really like to do this because I feel like it doesn't make me look as tired and it opens up my eyes a little bit. So I did go back with that champagne color in the inner corner of my eye just to open up my eyes a little bit more, and I am using the brush number 10 for that one. And we're all done there. So then I'm just going to buff out any leftover like from the loose powder. I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in a little bit better, dust it off. And I did buy this brush a long time ago at Sephora, and I actually don't know if they still sell it. So yes, after this I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara, and I'm going to be using the Lash Sensational by Maybelline New York. I really do love this mascara because I do have tiny eyelashes, so I feel like this mascara does make my eyelashes look a little bit longer and a little bit fuller just because I normally don't apply false eyelashes. So if anyone's looking just for a simple, subtle mascara, I do recommend this one as well. And I do apply it on top and my bottom lashes just to open up my eyes a little bit more. And then for my brows, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Brow Box. This is the only thing not drugstore because I absolutely love this one and I haven't been able to find anything drugstore that works similar to this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and shape my eyebrow a little bit. I don't like to overshape it or undershape it. I just like to go with my natural shape of my eyebrow. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but the shade of this is Honey Pot, and I really, really love this. I really love this. I do recommend it if anyone's looking for anything high-end. And then I'm just going to do the exact same thing to the other eye, and I do like to brush on my eyebrows a little bit because I don't like them to be too intense. I like my eyebrows to look a little soft and natural. I don't like them to look like they're like full-blown drawn on. So yes, I do use a spoolie and just blend them in a little bit. After that, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Flats brush, and I love e.l.f. because they have such great brushes and affordable brushes too. And I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild contouring palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that a little bit on my cheekbones. And then I'm going to apply that under my chin, and then I'm going to buff it out. And I'm also going to be using this other brush I did get. It's a nice big fluffy brush to blend that in a little bit better. And I love this brush so much just because it does pick up product really, really good. And I feel like it blends everything so well and so subtle. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything in on my cheekbones and a little bit on my forehead too, and a little bit under my neck just to give my face a little bit more color because I feel like I do look a little bit too pale, and I actually don't like looking pale. But that's what happens when you're too light and it's winter because there's no sun. And after this, I'm going to be using the Flower bronzer and blush. I'm just going to hit and apply that with this brush I bought at Walmart. And I love this brush so much. And it's not made for blush, but I love it so much. And yes, just go ahead and blend that in. Look at that. And next for my lips, I just go ahead and apply a little bit of chapstick and then I wipe it off because I don't really like to put a lot of stuff on my lips. So yes, I just put chapstick and that is it. So yes, that does complete my look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just please like and subscribe.